Okay, fine. So today we will continue with the discussion of we'll try to understand what is the SSAS tabular model. Okay, and if possible, we will extend tomorrow also because already 8:23 now. I'm not sure whether we are going to complete today. So today's topic is SSAS tabular model. Okay, so I'm just taking a simple report. So we are talking about the limitations of the Power BI desktop. So as I explained in the limited, like on the demo session or maybe first day or second day, there are certain limitations. For example, I taken 4 tables, right? If the 4 table data size, total size exceeds more than 2 GB, more than 2 GB, then we cannot able to bring the one more table here. For example, get data SQL Server. If the table having the, see, usually transaction tables will have more data, right? So if it is exists more than 2 GB data, then we cannot able to pull the data into the Power BI desktop. Even if it have the huge number of data, like whenever you go for the calculations, new column or new measure, anyhow, new column, new measure will be discussed as part of DAX, probably starting from day after tomorrow, most probably, and we will discuss that time. So what I'm trying to explain, whatever design, or if you have the huge data into the Power BI desktop itself, that means we are putting the burden on the Power BI desktop. Okay, in the front end Power BI desktop itself, we are just applying the burden on the Power BI desktop if you have the huge number of data. Instead of that one, what you can do, like whatever the model we have a relationship here, this complete model can be, this complete model can be moved to the backend also. What is the meaning of backend? Instead of doing in the Power BI desktop, we can do it in the somewhere else. That somewhere else is nothing but I'm talking about the SSAS tabular model. So straightforward question is, when do you go for the tabular model? If you have the only 1 GB data throughout in the SQL Server, then no need of going for this model at all. For example, if my database size is having like more than 100 GB, I have lots of transaction table, lots of dimension table, then Power BI will supposed to be get the data from the SSAS tabular model, which is nothing but analysis services. So I can simply showcase, for example, I can go to analysis services and provide the server name. Okay, and I have already ready made some cubes also available. But if you ask me, Bala, how did this cube has been created? How does this cube has been created? That is only I'm going to showcase first. First I will showcase how to create the databases like this, and then we will discuss how to pull the data into the Power BI desktop. Okay, to explain that one, I'm just opening the SQL Server. So as I told you, no hurry here. If required, I will move to tomorrow also, but try to understand. I'm connecting to SQL Server database. Any version you can install it, but I'm using latest version. Now connect to database engine, click on the connect button. Till this point you guys already know, but along with the SQL Server, there is an option called like analysis services as well. Listen carefully. Analysis services. If you ask me the same option here also, you could be able to see analysis services. So are you able to understand, Midhan, what I'm trying to explain? Midhan, are you there? Abhay,
Yes, Bola.
what we are trying to do, Abhay? Can you please tell me?
No, we are trying to connect to analysis services
What is the need of going to analysis
because,
services? Already we are taking data from SQL Server, right?
yeah, because if the table is more than 2 TB,
Yes.
so we'll be having problem. I was just thinking, because I'm in finance and I don't have option for this skill.
No problem, no problem. So most
Can
of
I?
the people, will know, I mean, may not be thinking about the SAS tabular model because they don't know much about the tabular model background. Okay.
Okay.
If you know, you can implement. So I could say like 70-80% people don't even implemented the SSAS tabular model. They will directly pull the data from the SQL Server database, load it, visualize it. Because whenever they have the huge number of data, then only they will face the problems. When only they face a problem, then only they will think of the solution, right?
Hmm.
Okay,
Because
perfect.
I'm not using SQL, but I'm just using Excel.
Right. That's what. So if the size is very less, nobody will think of the databases or SSAS model or SQL Server database. Directly, they will pull the data from the Excel files. But whenever the Excel file is increasing like anything, then they will later part they will realize.
Okay.
Midden, you were asking something SharePoint, so I cannot showcase here. If you ask me, yes, we can download the report from the SharePoint directly into Power BI Desktop. Already we have the options. So, so this is what about the SQL Server database and Analysis Services Cube database. Now, SSA's 9th April, Tabular Tech, and there are 3 or 4 projects available here, databases. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a one more database with our like 9th May, something like this. Clear now? So for this one, I'm sure you will face like installation, how to install the MSBA usually. So whatever this SSH tabular model, it is a part of MSBI. So I'm not going to give detail. MSBA is nothing but an SSAS module. So there is a tool from the Microsoft only, SSIS, SSRS, SSAS modules. Everything combined will be called as a MSBA course. Ignore the first two options. In MSBA, there is a module called SSAS. The full form is SQL Server Analysis Services. In this, we have two models. One is multidimensional, another one is one is multidimensional, another one is tabular model. Tabular model. Whatever in Power BI we use, that is called as a tabular model. Analysis services, tabular model. There is a one more model also, but I'm ignoring this one. Just ignore everything. Whatever I will explain today, just to go to home and practice it. That is more than enough for the for as but a Power BI developer. So now let me quickly go to the start button. We need to install the SQL Server data tools. As you can see in the bracket here, SSDT full form is SQL Server data tools and Visual Studio. So again repeating, don't get confused. Whomever don't know the SQL Server, don't know MSBA, completely ignore today's topic. It's not at all need for you guys. Not at all need for you guys. Whomever knows already little bit knowledge in the SQL or SSAS module, they can easily understand. I'm opening the Visual Studio and go to File, take a new project. As I told you, this is a BI Business Intelligence MSBI. We have 3 module analysis services, which is nothing but this one, SSAS analysis services, integration services, SSIS SQL Server integration services. Third module would be SSRS reporting services. But which one we are going to discuss now? SSAS analysis services, right? Select the analysis services. Analysis services, ignore wherever import is there. Ignore wherever import is there, like which will give me the support for the existing projects. If we ignore the import analysis services, we have only two options. One is multidimensional, another one is a tabular model. Will you agree or not? This is the tabular model, this is the multidimensional model. As I explained in the Excel notepad, we are going to discuss about the only tabular model. Only tabular model. Now tell me which option I should go. Select the fifth option, tabular model. Give some name. As I told you, I will be using, yeah, 2018, like SSAS I could say. You can give any name here, no worries. I will save under your folder only, so that if you guys require, I will share with you guys. I don't know what is this 9th May. Okay, fine. So click on the OK button. Okay, so this is the window. This is the window or interface which we connected to Visual Studio as of now. Within a Visual Studio, we are connecting to the SQL Server Analysis Services tabular model. As you can see right side here, there is a tabular model explorer, and if we, there are lots of options available here. Lots of options available. For example, import from the data sources, existing connections, and there is a build also available. Build solution, rebuild and deploy the solutions, and the project level also add our new items available. Like, everything is not required, but at least to understand as part of Power BI developer, first thing is we should get some sample data, right? Yes or no? So in Power BI desktop also, first thing we will going to get data and getting some table data into Power BI desktop. Then only we are going for the modeling and all. Correct or not? So I am just going for the Visual Studio to avoid the burden on the Power BI desktop. Same four tables. Even I can take it in the this one, what do you call, Visual Studio SSAS, and I can go for the visualizations. I mean, visualization I can't go here. I can do the modeling here. So click on the data source first to make the connection. So what is the source for this one? For which database I'm going to connect now? For here also I'm going to connect to SQL Server only. If you ask me the like data model, I have a SQL Server here, and I have a SSAS tabular model, and then I'm just going to have the Power BI desktop here. So this is nothing but SQL database. From here I'm going to bring the data into SSAS, and then here we have the Power BI desktop. But till now, what do you guys know? SQL Server to directly take the data into Power BI desktop and do the modeling here only, visualize everything we are doing here only. If that is the case, you will get more burden on the Power BI desktop. To avoid that one, we can build one more model, intermediate model, that is called as a SSAS tabular model. So obviously, if I go for the SSAS tabular model, what is the source for me now? SQL only, right? So now go ahead. Where is the Visual Studio? Now right click on the data source. There is a new data source or import from the data source. Both will be same. One will be making the connection, another one will be make the connection and get the sample data. I will go with the import option. It will open a one more window. It will take a little bit time. See this one. Have you guys seen this window anywhere? For example, file, database, Azure, online services, other. No? No one seen this window? This is the same window, right? Even Power BI desktop also. If you go to get data, now see this one, click on the more option. See now, the same ditto. The Power BI desktop came after SSAS tabular model only. So before Power BI came into the market, they used to have the SSAS tabular model 100% same only. 100% same only. So because both the tools from the Microsoft only, this for them is very easy to replicate the same features from the both the tools as well. So data source, import from the data source. Now tell me what is our source now. Go to databases, select the SQL Server database, connect it. Same window, whatever we have shown there, and click on the connect option. Maybe this option might be new for you guys. Like, what is a user ID password? Like, is more secure way. What is a user ID password? Impersonation information is nothing but what is the user ID password you're using to trying to connect to the source database. So now what is happening now? I am staying in the Visual Studio, which is nothing but SSAS tabular model, but I'm trying to connect to the SQL Server. When I connect to SQL Server, it is evaluating the authentication now. So now I'm just using my Windows user ID and the password. Click on the connect button. Click on OK. Sometimes it will throw warning message. I know it. Now see, same Windows SQL Server also we could able to connect it. We could able to connect it. Select the database whichever you are going to connect. Is this showing same database or not? All the database are same 2017, and click on OK button. When I click on the OK button, now it is showing the all the tables. Now I will try to replicate my couple of tables. For example, I want customer table, date table, employee table, geography, product tables, subcategory, category, whichever you frequently used ones, you can take it like this. Fact internal sales table, and click on the load option. See now, same load option, edit option, everything will be same. The finishing the load here. Now see bottom how many tables populated now. Now it's trying to get the data from the SQL to SSAS tabular model. See, close it. Now see here underlying data. For example, whatever you go here, sorry, Power BI desktop. If you go to data tab here, whatever say the data here also available. But like appearance will be little bit different. Appearance will be little bit different. And the bottom, for example, dim customer. See the all the tables you could see here. All the tables you could able to see. Geography employee table, date dimension. For example, transaction table. Everything will be seen. Bottom also you could able to see the how many records available. And here we have a relationship tab, right? So here also available there is an option called diagrams. Click on the diagram. Now see, for example, let me double click on this one. Now see, same cardinality, okay, and filter directional, and both the tables are something like this, and 100% same. If you ask me, the same window here also appear. When I double click on this one, is it correct or not? Cardinality available and cross filter direction, singular, both, everything will be same, but little bit changes. Little bit naming conversion might be changes, but everything will be same. We are almost done. We are almost done. And if you want to see the relationship here, how these tables are related, and the model, as you can see, data sources, this is what you can see, and the KPIs available, measures available, perspectives, every roles and responsibility. I'm sorry. Here also you can create the roles, which means security you can define it here, and how many tables we are using in this one. If you expand the tables, what are the columns available? Okay. So you can easily relate with these topics with the Power BI desktop. Okay, I may not be going in detail because we are just I will showcase like how to get the data from the analysis services. So now go to analysis services, try to refresh. Still we are not able to see the our database. Do we have the 9th May? We have it, but it is only source connection. This today's only, right? SSAS May 9th 2018, but we don't have the database. It is like only connections available. Okay, so now we're almost done. We're almost design is done. Let's say, let me add couple of measures. In Power BI desktop also we have option called adding a measure. For example, right click on this one, new measure. Now adding total orders equal to like a sum of order quantity and close it. Listen carefully. I'm adding one more new measure. Total sales amount equal to, just for understanding I'm giving, okay, sum of sales amount and close it. Let me take it two cards here. You will easily understand. So come here. There are two measures I got added. As you can see the symbol, different symbols. There is a mobile symbol is available. Yes or no? Which is nothing but measures. Take the total orders. Change the formatting option. Category labels. Or thickness. Even I can make it as a none. Fine. So even I can make a one more copy and paste it. I got two copies now. This one I will change it to the total sales amount. Total sales amount. So what I'm trying to do now, I'm trying to compare whatever the measure we added within the Power BI desktop. These numbers, one is a total orders, sum of order quantity, another one is sum of sales amount. Same measures I am going to derive within SSAS tabular model here, and then I'm going to compare whether both the numbers are matching or not. That is what my intention would be. So here there is simple option is available. The first thing is go to the respective table. Go to respective table and also navigate the respective column, which table you are going to add the measure order quantity, right? So very simplest option would be, there is a sum option will be available here. Let's say, are you able to see this symbol? Click on this one and select the sum here. Now see the bottom. There is a sum of order quantity 60398. Same way, what is second measure I'm going to add? Sum of sales amount, right? Now go to the sales amount column. Go to the sales amount column here and take the sum. By default, sum or max or minimum count, minimum whatever it's supposed, it will be there. But if you want to customize, you can do the custom formatting, I mean custom expression also. But right now I'm just going for straightforward. Now see this one, 2935. Is it matching or not? 358.677. It's supposed to match because for Power BI desktop also taking the SQL source only, and this also taking the SQL source only. So now what I can do? First thing is save and save all available. Click on the save all option. Now whatever we have discussed till now, this is saved as part of this particular project solution, I could say. This has to be deployed, then only it will come and save under analysis services model. So to be simple, you no need to worry much. Go to the build the solution first. The build succeeded, and the bottom also, as you can see here, build succeeded bottom corner. The next one is go to the build. If you want rebuild, so for example, when you time of building something goes wrong, is got failed, you fix the issue, again rebuild it and deploy the solution. Now deploy is nothing but now I'm just moving everything into this particular analysis services model. Everything is done, close it. Okay, and there are lots of features available here. This model also you can export in Excel file. We will discuss later point of this one. So now you understand, right? Now try to refresh this one. Analysis services, expand. Now we supposed to get the C. Now we got yes, one is the connection, another one is the DB also, because we deployed successfully. Now let it keep it open. I'm just opening the one more Power BI desktop file. So close it. First let me save this one, Control S, Power BI. I don't know what is the folder. 9th May, SSAS, tabular model. SSAS, tabular model. Listen carefully. Till now whatever we discuss, it is nothing, because this is only actually as part of Power BI developer you should know. Go to analysis services. As I told you, my server name will be same only, and now you could see the main difference here. There is an import option and connect live option is there. Listen carefully. Import option, connect live option, and there is a MDX, which is nothing but multi-dimensional model. DAX is nothing but tabular model. Okay, now let me cancel it. When I go to SQL Server, I don't know how many of you observe this one. We have an import option. Import option we have been using day one. You guys very familiar. Get the data into Power BI desktop and store the data into RAM within the internal memory or in memory tool, whatever it may be. But what about direct query here? So as I told you, if size is more than 2 GB data, you don't want to go to tabular model, then the alternative method is connect to the direct query. We are not storing data into Power BI desktop model. We are directly connected to SQL Server database and pulling the data into Power BI desktop. That is what about the direct query. I hope we spend enough time on this. Let me cancel it. Now go to the analysis services. Now you understand, one is the import option, another one is the connect live option. Okay, so let me try now. Let me try with the connect live option. Okay, click on the OK button. Now are you able to see all the options? Yes or no? Now what is my database? SSAS May 9 2018, and this is what my model. The perspective contains the following dimension measures, dim customer, and some of this one. Okay, fine. Why it is not showing? Okay, now I don't know how many of you observed here. We connected to only report is available, no data tab is available, no relationship is available, because as I clearly mentioned, we are doing the model completely in that SSA tabular model. Whenever getting the data from this, see this one, these all options are disabled, because see the right side corner here, live connection connected here. So let me simply take this one and go for the visualizations. Let's say same report only I'm going to do here also. 100% same data will come into picture. 100% same data will come into picture. The only difference is, what is the difference? We are not storing complete data into Power BI desktop. We are not putting any button on the Power BI desktop. We are taking data from the SSAS tabular model. All the burden will be taken care by the SSAS model. So saving this one is a very important question. You will get like what is difference between, okay, import option and direct query and live connection. So I'm not going to discuss now. Already we have discussed individually. Please spend some time and try to get the knowledge on this one. Okay. I hope you understand what is a live query, how to get the data from the Power BI desktop. I mean, get the data from the SSAS tabular model to the Power BI desktop. So here, let's say SSAS tabular model. If you want to get the sum of order quantity, sum of order quantity, let me take a new page. I'm taking plain report. Let's say English country wise. I'm taking the order quantity. Go to grid option, enable the. Now, this is the order quantity column which is taking from the base table. Yes or no? Same way, there should be one measure, right? Sum of order quantity, sum of sales amount. Let me take this one as well. Okay. And take the sales amount column and take the sum of sales amount also. Listen carefully. Is the values are matching or not? Exactly, values are matching. Exactly, order quantity, sum of order quantity, because one is from the deriving from the Power BI desktop. This is from the tabular model. This is Power BI desktop file. This is from the tabular model. So 100% supposed to match. Supposed to match. So we are not doing any relation. For example, you would like to analyze how these tables are connected. What is the relation between these two? Nowhere option is there. Nowhere we have option. This will handle the huge number of volume of data. We are not doing any calculation. Now remove this one. Whenever we have the sum of order quantity, sum of sales amount, then what is the point of having these two columns? Not required for me. Not required for me. Because if I say this one, order quantity, here we are performing the sum operation. But if you go to this one, which one? The sum of order quantity. See, now we are not performing any sum here. Already is performing the sum in the background, getting the latest data into the Power BI desktop. So this is how you can increase the Power BI model performance. So I'm sure it will take minimum like 1 or 2 hours to install the make the setup is difficult, but getting the data is very easy. So spend some time, try to go for the installations and let me know any questions. So anyhow, so I can't go with another topic. It will take some more time. That's all for the SSAS tabular model and how to get the data into Power BI desktop. So rest will be continue from tomorrow onwards. Anyone has any questions?
Bala, can you please share these videos?
Sure, Priya. Okay, guys. So Midun and others, whomever working Excel file don't know about the SQL Server, you can ignore it. You guys can continue concentrate on the Excel file and visualizations and model within the Power BI desktop. Thank you, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.